Everybody, it's Mark Yagi. Welcome to another weekly stock market update. The end of June, 6/28/24. Hope you had a great June. We are in a green market, so let me get right into it. If it's green, you should be buying something or adding something. Just make sure you do your homework before you do it. Just got off a very quiet call with my mastermind group. It was good, but everybody, I'm probably getting ready for the 4th of July and thinking about vacations. I don't know, but let's take a look at what's going on in the market, so that you have an idea of what we're talking about here. All right, we got green. So you can see there's 4 green lights on the screen. That means things are having a probability of going a little bit higher. It's still the Fed that's, talking this market up a little bit. I think, those numbers that we had this week are telling us that the Fed's a little closer to lowering rates. Who knows? The Fed doesn't even know. NASDAQ is gapped up a couple of weeks ago, and it's sitting near all-time highs. Probably wants to push to that 18,000 level if it can get a little bit of volume going in here. Same with the S&P 500 at that 5,500 level. It's only a few points away from the high at 5,500. So we'll see what happens. The Dow is the most strong over the last week or so, and that's because of the transports, which I'll show you in a second. And you're seeing the Dow pushing a little bit higher down the last couple of days, but a couple of Dow stocks are having some trouble. But New York Stock Exchange is flat. So I guess about a 3 out of 4 of the indexes are going up. And in our minds, this is why we read charts, is because, especially if you talk them out loud, like I get to do every week talking to you, we have a little bit of a bounce going, and you can kind of, paint the picture in your mind as you talk through these stocks manually. So here are the indexes we're talking up manually, and now we'll go into some stocks in just a second. So volatility is down, which is good for the market. And then you're seeing the transports are now recovering back above the 200-day moving average and the 50 just this week. So that's telling us that goods are starting to move around the country a little bit. And maybe that makes sense going into the second half of the year as we approach Amazon Prime Day and we approach, the second half of the year where people are thinking about Christmas presents, whatever. I don't know. You can make a story up about anything. Bottom line is goods are moving. Oil, however, is still in a slump. So you can see a death cross on oil right there. It's tried to recover a little bit this week, but it's below its 15, it's below its 200. That's deflationary, and that's recessionary. So, one of those, I guess, can be good, and one of those is bad. So, taking a look at Apple, on June 6th, I put out a video that said I think Apple's going to run up, and here we are in the 3rd week of a breakout above the $200 level. 199 is where I called it. I think we got a ways to go on this one, but it looks to me like it's making a little flag pattern here. Pretty strong and very nice. NVIDIA, which everybody loves these days, which scares me when everybody loves something. NVIDIA has had its pullback over the last several days. I think I might have mentioned it last week, like watch out, because it's pretty extended, and it's pulled back a little bit on volume, which I don't like if you're bullish, and it's bounced off that. I put 2 lines on the chart, and I think we have the potential for hitting this red line here, which looks like about 115 or something like that, 117, 16, whatever. That's a gap that wants to be filled. And then you've got this big glaring gap on the screen. I suspect that might get filled in the next red market that we have, or 2, if people start to sell off this NVIDIA. Depends on if we can get some momentum going to the upside, because that makes that gap a little harder to get to if it's way high. But, keep an eye on that one. Don't forget about it. Sometimes these things fall off the screen and you forget about them. Taking a look at Amazon. Amazon is in a breakout. If you saw my video that came out a couple of days ago, you could see Amazon in breakout right now. It's down today a couple bucks, but Amazon at that 191.70, it's a strong breakout. It's a long consolidation there, so it might have some power on the way up. SMCI's got a few little things going on, and so I drew this line. It's got kind of a slight wedge pattern working there. It wants to go up to that $1,000 level and see if it can break out there. But I've been saying for months, you're going to see this go from about 600 to 1,200 and just trade back in there. And it's kind of doing that. And what's happening, it's contracting its volatility and its volume and its price. And as it contracts that, it figures out which way it wants to go, probably higher, and tries to figure out the right spot where the buyers can drive this thing up on volume. So that's what's going up on with that. JP Morgan Chase, Not a lot to report on that stock. It's just hanging above its 50-day moving average. And if interest rates come down, that means the value of the treasuries on their balance sheet goes up. If their balance sheet goes up, that theoretically means they're safer and more people will invest in it. So that's what's going on with JP Morgan. Not exciting for sure right now. Tesla is trying to make a case for staying above $200. It's not probably going to do a good job of making that case because it doesn't have enough volume to sustain a break above 200 just yet. I think it's building cause for going up to 200. And if it breaks out 200, 205 is the next level, 216 is the next level, and then 236 are the three minor and major levels that I see going on with that. Long term, I am extremely bullish on Tesla. I think. Hi, it's Mark. I'm breaking in here to let you know that if you want to become a better trader, if you want to learn how to spot the breakouts before they happen, if you want to crank up your trading power, then I have something that you're going to want to hear about. On January 4th, I told you about NVIDIA and SMCI and where I thought that they would break out. Over the next few days, both of those broke out to more than double or triple. Were you in them? On June 6th, I told you that Apple was about to break out around 200. It jumped to 220 4 days later. Were you in it? I can show you how to find these breakouts before they happen. I always say it only takes one stock to change your life. So let's see if we can find these stocks together. Now, starting in a few days, I will be hosting a program called the Trade Like a Pro Accelerator. It's my swing trading course plus 4 weeks of live workshops and mentorship. And right now, I have an insane price on the program because I want to get lots of people and lots of feedback on it. So if you're interested in joining me in a group of sophisticated traders, click on the link below to learn more. Or you can even just subscribe and get a free mini course if you aren't sure if you want to attend. Click on the link below. Now back to the video.